Hi guys, Karis here, and this video is on why I choose to not have casual sex. And I know that that is a triggery subject. So, before I even start talking about how I feel about this, I just want to say not everybody's going to agree with this. Some people might get super triggered, some people might think I'm full of crap, and that's fine. If you think that, that's fine. I don't mind. Go find somebody who does inspire you. That's great. The whole reason I'm even posting this at all is not to say some type of manifesto about what I think is right and wrong morally, nor is it some type of reason or convincing of you to change your beliefs. It's more me just saying this because I've spoken to other people who feel the same way, and they've said, yes, exactly, yeah, thank you. Because you don't have to be a prude to not want to have casual sex. And also, it doesn't mean that you don't ever like to have sex. I am not saying that casual sex is wrong, and I'm not saying that it's evil or bad, and I'm not saying that I've never had casual sex, and I'm not saying that I'm never going to have casual sex. All that I'm saying is that right now, this time, in this space where I am in my current incarnation, I'm choosing not to have casual sex, and I'll tell you why. As someone who's very open to energy, what I've found about casual sex is that usually people are doing it either to numb out and use it like a drug, or to have some type of weird energetic push-pull, because often casual sex you don't even connect at all, actually, really connect. It's this struggle of who's more in power than the other person and who can get the other person to give up their power, and then afterward who feels fed and who feels depleted. Now, I know that's not always true, and there are very many people who have it in a clean way, and that's great, that's fine. Like I said, I'm not judging the actual act. What I'm saying is, for me personally, I prefer not to. Also, because as an energy worker, connecting that deeply with someone so that you're lined up and all of your chakras are connected and your defenses are down. Not that you need to go around defending yourself from the world, because I don't believe it's an evil world that you need to defend yourself from, but hopefully you guys know what I mean, that you're totally open and wanting to connect. And like I said, when you are in a sexual situation, your aura is very open and flowing and fluid and connecting. And when you're doing that, the heights that you can get to for experience of being alive is incredible. It's my personal opinion that there are lots of ways that we can contact the divine, but for the average person who's not at all spiritual, who doesn't even go to church, which, you know, religion are different lenses on what I believe the actual thing that's going on is, so doesn't even think about God ever, where are the two places that it's filtered down and filtered down and filtered down to where someone is going to interact with the divine presence? One is if shit's really hitting the fan and you're about to die, your car is about to go off a cliff or something like that, and people go, okay, help me, you know, asking the divine consciousness. The other is in the moment of orgasm, because what is orgasm? It's a coming apart of your consciousness of being a unique being. It's a dissolving of you in a really beautiful way into source energy, which is why you can use it to create a new human. It's kind of a big deal. And so when you can do that linked in with another person on a love bond, and this doesn't necessarily mean marriage and family and babies, right? I do not believe that sex is only for procreation at all. But if you're connected on a love bond and you're both in that height of dissolving, the amounts of healing and activation and awareness that can happen are staggering. And to be quite honest, once you've had that, and once you've experienced that on a normal basis, casual sex really loses its appeal. It's not even fun anymore. So that's really why I don't have it, because I have experienced that, and so I know it's possible, and I know it's possible to do regularly, and it's kind of like, why am I going to go eat some junk food if I have the potential to make myself this amazing, healthy, nutritious meal that not only is bliss to eat, but then afterwards it's going to make me better as far as my physical presence goes. And when you have that type of orgasmic experience, that type of sex, what ends up happening is you get huge healings, physical, emotional, and energetic. You clear stuff out from this incarnation and others. It's amazing. So that's why I don't have casual sex. It's not because I think casual sex is wrong. I don't think it is. But I do think that if you're just going, or in my case, if I'm just going to have a physical experience, well, you know, to mention another taboo subject, you can do that on your own. And often, it's just as good or better than what you can do for someone else. But if you don't feel the need to pull in energy from another person, which is why a lot of people go out and hook up to feel a little bit of love, to feel a little bit of acceptance. But if you don't need that anymore because you have found it in yourself, at least enough to not need to go do it. I'm not saying that I'm ascended or evolved because, still here. And I don't think that we ever finish, right? I think that anyone who says they're enlightened, watch what they say, because I don't know. But if you don't need to exchange energy in that way, and if your body is generally happy, and you don't need to go out and have that type of connection that's superficial in order to feel good in your body, then the reasons to have casual sex kind of fall away. And it's my personal understanding and belief that having the love bond and seeing how to interact in that way, in a sexual, fully open, fully embracing, non-awkward. It's another thing about casual sex. It's almost always awkward because you don't know each other very well. It's just such a beautiful experience that for me personally, it's not worth it. I don't have the desire to have casual sex. And like I said, you might agree with this, you might not, but I do think that these types of amazing sexual experiences are available to everyone. And I think that it's one of the most delicious reasons for being a human embodied. Food, sleep, and sex, right? Those are some of the best things we get in the body and things you don't really get when you're only energetic. And one of the reasons that I don't believe we're here to just pop back out and not be physical anymore. We're here to bring divine consciousness through the physical body. Nobody's done that. In other places, when they do it, they leave. They don't stay physical. Well, that's why Gaia is great. All right, guys. So, yes, taboo subject download is complete. And have a beautiful day. And like I said, if you agree, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. I'm just sharing because it's been knocking on my head to do this for a few good days now. So I figured, why not? It's okay. So, go in peace. And I will see you guys on the astrals.